Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're starting off with the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm using the Bone shade to set the paint pot that I had on my eyes. So you can use whatever primer or concealer for a base. Then I'm gonna go in with Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie as my transition shade. This is the only non-Morphe shadow that I'm gonna be using just to create a nice transition, and I'm just gonna layer that on, and I'm using a Zoeva brush. So next I'm gonna jump into this shade, which is a little bit darker, and this is a great crease color from the Morphe palette with Kathleen Lights collaboration. And I'm using a Serum brush, and I'm just applying that into my crease, and I'm just applying that until I get the desired effect, the desired color intensity. So I'm just layering that a couple times, getting a nice pigment going, and then I'm going to be adding this color, which is a little bit darker. So just keep on going darker and darker gradually. And I'm using this brush, which I love. I talked about it a lot, and it's the Smith 230 brush, and I feel like this brush is perfect for this look because you can use it on its side or you can use it on the point of the brush, and both ways it's just an amazing brush. So you can use it to get really precise lines like right here, or you can use it on its side to really blend. So I feel like this is a 2-in-1 brush, and I really have been enjoying it. It's been a staple for me. So I'm applying that into the crease and also just blending that downwards towards my lash line. I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I'm very grateful and thankful for you. I'll probably leave a really long caption in my Instagram picture, but in case you don't follow me on there, I really have just been so grateful, so blessed, and just so thankful. There's a lot of tragedies going on in the world, and I don't really feel comfortable celebrating Thanksgiving, but I'm gonna do it for my family. So just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving if you do celebrate it. Next up, we're using this mustard color, and this is like baby puke, I think they describe it as baby puke or baby poop color, and I'm just applying that to my lid. I just really wanted to use this color ever since I got the palette. I was just like, that color is just screaming at me to be used. So I'm using a Vanity Planet brush. I really like the Vanity Planet brushes. It's like I think it's a vegan brush set. I have to check on that, but I'm pretty sure it's vegan. And then I'm using a Poreless brush to just really intensify that and really pack on that baby puke color. Now we're going in with the burgundy shade in the palette, and I'm using a Sigma E36, another favorite brush of mine. This is also a must-have for me. I think it's called like makeup brushes, the only makeup brushes I'll ever need tag, where I just talk about like the brushes that I can just get away with just using those. So yeah, I really like this one. It's a Sigma E36, and I'm just applying that to my crease. That was my mom. She was saying goodbye to me. She's gonna go grab something. Sorry if you heard her in the back. My mom says happy Thanksgiving to everyone too. She hopes you enjoy it and have a really good time with your family. Now I'm using the Morphe Copper Popper palette, and I'm just using the warm shade in that palette just to really warm things up and blend everything out. Now you can use any brown liner for this. I'm using one from Lancome. I really wanted to use one from Emani because I remember having a brown liner from Emani, but I couldn't find it. So we're using this one from Lancome, but there are a ton of brown liners that you can use. You don't have to use this one. I just really have been enjoying this new Lancome eyeliner. I talked about it in my last video. I really like the brush on it. It really makes it easy. You can bend it so you can really get a precise wing liner. So I opted for brown. It's a little bit softer. Now from far it does look kind of black, or kind of like a dull black. I really want to find like a true chocolate liquid liner, like something a little warmer, but I don't know, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. But you know, I can't not do my wings. So I feel like this look right here looks totally like turkey. Like this reminds me of like turkey Thanksgiving colors. Tell me not. So I'm just cleaning up any fallout, and I'm applying some mascara. And I don't know, I like that these colors are really warm. So I'm just gonna keep on blending just to, you know, blend everything out. And I'm using that warm shade from the Copper Popper palette from the Little Palettes. I hauled them and I really like them. They're really awesome, really travel friendly. And now I'm just cleaning up my brows using concealer, and I'm using this Real Techniques brush, which I really like for the brows. Really gives you a nice, precise, sharp line. And I got this one in a little kit. You can't buy this one separately, unfortunately, but it's definitely worth it. I would buy the kit just for this brush because it's a great brow cleaner upper. And then I'm going to blend that out with a Luxe brush, and this is the Luxe 213 brush. So I'm blending that out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Usually I do this before my eyeshadow, but I just felt like I needed a little further more cleaning up my brows were looking a little cray-cray. Now I'm using these Vegas Nay Eyelure lashes. You can find these at Ulta. I absolutely love these so much. They're my favorite, like, voluminous, dramatic eyelashes from the drugstore, and I believe they're like $10. They're just so good. Like, they give you so much volume, and they're just awesome. They're very dramatic. For the price, I really feel like these are the most, like, dramatic lashes you can get. And people always ask me, like, if they're, you know, Lily lashes. They always think they're really expensive, but no, they're Eyelure. And now we're using the Emani face primer. You can get this at Target, but I believe it's sold out right now. I got mine on, I believe, Derm Store. I'll leave a link down below. And then I'm just applying some like lip gloss, chapstick, whatever, because my lips was hella dry. So now I made a little concoction of my favorite drugstore foundations. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible. The Fit Me is in the shade 128. And then the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible, I'm using the shade 104. So I just mix those two, and I just feel like it gives me such an awesome even complexion. Like, it just looks so smooth. The L'Oreal is nice and matte, and the Maybelline just gives it a little more fluidity, and I love the combo. Now I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Light, and I'm going ham with the concealer because I really want a nice, you know, concealed bright look. And I'm blending that out with my beauty blender. A really good dupe is the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I really like that one. If I'm not using the beauty blender, I'll use that one. That's pretty much the only other one I'll use. Yeah, it's pretty much like half the price and is really good. But I'm using the beauty blender because that's what I had in front of me. And I'm really making sure to blend out like the small little lines and creases under my eye. And then we're going to be cream contouring with the Maybelline Fit Me Stick Foundation in the shade 355 Coconut to cream contour and to kind of bronze up the skin. Now with this one, you don't want to over blend because it kind of just disappears, as you can see right in a few seconds you'll see. So you want to just like lightly blend this in so that it doesn't just disappear. But I really like the formula because it's a foundation stick, so it's really gonna blend nicely into the skin. So you can go ham with this, and it's never gonna look too crazy because it just blends right in as if it were foundation. And I really like the shade Coconut. One of my subbies put me onto this, and I really do enjoy it. So another great one is from Black Opal. Their foundation stick is great for cream contouring. Now I'm using the Coty Air Spun to Bake, and this is that grandma powder. It smells heavily of flowers, but I really like it. And I'm just baking underneath my eyes and underneath my contour. To set my whole face, I'm using this Maybelline Better Skin powder, and I love this stuff. Like, it is so good. It's probably my favorite face powder from the drugstore. I like the L'Oreal Pro Infallible Pro Matte powder as well, but this Maybelline one is bomb. So run out and get it because it is so good. I was really, really, really impressed with it. It's my first time using it, and I loved the finish. Like, my complexion just looked flawless. Now I'm using the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends Natural Balance Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed, and I'm using a Morphe E4 brush to just give me an overall bronzy look. And I'm just blending that in on the temples, on the cheekbones, you already know. And then you guys are gonna laugh at this part. This is a Physicians Formula bronzer, and look at that. Look at that. So it's very pigmented, so be careful with this one. This is the multicolored bronzer in the shade 2N, and it's like the mosaic one. Jeez, that had so much pigmentation. I was not expecting that, so I had to really blend until my arms fell off. And then I had to clean it up with some more Coty Airspun powder because it was intense. That was a very intense moment for me right there. I was about to give up with my makeup, but you know what? You gotta push through. So now I'm using the ColourPop Mr. Bing. Is it called Mr. Bing? The Kathleen Lights Bing eyeliner. And my eyes were really sensitive to this. I don't know why, but after this, like, I just started feeling really sick. I don't know, or maybe I was just getting a cold, but my eyes were like heavily bothering me after. So yeah, I have really sensitive eyes as of lately. I don't know why. It could be allergies. I'm just applying that nice warm brown shade underneath the eyes to smoke out my lower lash line, and then some L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. One of my favorite mascaras from the drugstore. I love it on my lower lashes. I really like the Rimmel Lash Accelerator as well on the lower lashes, but this is my number one pick. L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. It makes your lashes so long, and I love it. Now I'm using my favorite blush from the drugstore. It's Milani Luminoso, and I'm using a Smith 112 brush to apply that. It's my favorite blush. Actually, one of my favorite blushes of all time, period. It's so good. And then I'm wiping away that bake. I'm using a Surratt cheek brush, and I'm just blending everything out a little bit more. So whatever powder that I have there, I'm just kind of blending upwards to blend out those harsh lines. Now I'm using a Poreless brush. I really have been enjoying these Poreless brushes. They're really awesome. And I'm just contouring my nose, my nosy. And this one's the angled one, and it's the PE number 1. So I'm just, you know, contouring the nose. I pretty much suck at contouring my nose, but that's okay. I'm practicing, okay, guys? I'm trying to get there. So this is my little trick, is to bake on the side of the nose. So when you do mess up, that's your little savior right there. And now I'm going to use the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. And geez, this stuff is so bomb. This is like one of Kathleen Light's favorite highlights. And this is in the shade 10, Be My Highlight. And then to give me a little bit more of a golden sheen, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. And I'm just applying that right on top to give it a little bit more of a gold sheen. And also down the bridge of the nose, because you can't forget the nosy. So the little trick that I was talking about with the baking on the sides of the nose is really going to clean up any contour powder that you got on the sides where you don't want it. So I like to just brush up with that powder, like brush towards the bridge of my nose to really blend out those lines with the powder. Now I'm using the Frosty shade in the Morphe Kathleen Lights palette. It's such a great inner corner highlight. I'm so happy she included this color because it's so perfect. It's so bomb. You guys know I like that really bright inner corner highlight, and this brought it, honey. Now I'm using Jordana Tawny lip liner, and I'm just kind of overlining my lips. I've been overlining my lips pretty heavily the past few months. I really enjoy it. I don't know. I really just can't bite the bullet and go get my lips done. So overlining it is. So it takes me a couple minutes, but I was trying to decide what lip color to do here. Do I want to do a rosy? Do I want to do my typical nude? I went with the rosy color because I'm trying to step out my comfort zone. So this is the shade Cannes, C-A-N-N-E-S. I can never pronounce that. Cannes. From NYX. This is their soft matte lip cream. And I love the formula on this because you can eat, you can talk. It's very comfortable. It's not super duper matte on me. Like this shade specific is not that matte or dry on me. So I really like that. And I'm just fixing to her. Had some curls in my hair, but I felt like I needed to add a little bit of brow because you know I can't end the makeup without adding a little bit of my brow. I can't really find a dupe for this, the brow definer from Anastasia. There's nothing like it. And I'm using the shade Ebony, and then I'm using the Brow Stylist Plumper from Loreal to just give my brows a little bit more fullness. And I kind of messed up a little, so I'm going to clean that up in a second. But I'm using the shade Medium to Dark. I really like this because it really plumps up the brow. So I'm just scratching that product off. And then I'm brightening up a little bit more underneath the eyes because I just think it just completes the look. I'm adding a little bit of Fix Plus and then a little bit of the Pixie Makeup Fixing Spray. And then I'm just letting that dry because I did use a lot of powder. So we need to really, you know, fix that. And then a little bit more glow, just a little bit more. The Wet n Wild Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals, just to further more the glow because we want everyone to just be like, damn, you glowing, you real happy. Yes, boo, I am. You know, that's the glow that we want. So just in case you want to get a little bit extra, I wanted to add this clip because I did this after and I was like, let me just film this. I wanted to see how it looked. So I'm adding a little bit of gold glitter underneath my brow bone. And I fell in love. I feel like this is going to be my new thing. I feel like I'm always going to do this. I love glitter, so any excuse to wear glitter, I'm all in. So this one's from Urban Decay, but you can use the NYX one. And I'm just precisely applying that right underneath my brow, so right on the brow bone. It looks so bomb in pictures too, so just a little pop of, you know, bedazzlement ain't hurt nobody. So hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I love you so much. I'm so thankful for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah!